Let's.
Okay, so we'll just start with the interview now. Okay, so my question is this you're a traveler, right? Is this your full time thing? How do you manage your time? How do you arrange your trips?
So from last 6 months, it's been my full-time thing. So I used to work in IT, but I left it just because they called me to office. So I was working with IT company in the lockdown phase only. They called me to office, I resigned. So that's how this thing became my full-time. But yeah, now it's like recently I am not getting any time to for myself. I have been traveling continuously from one place to another,
Where are
and
you right
I can say like I I am home. So I've taken 5 days break for myself. So for myself, I have been traveling continuously from one place to another,
now? Where are
and
you right
I can say like I I am home. So I've taken 5 days break for myself. So because I am coming to Pune soon.
Oh, okay. So where were you? The last trip, where was it?
So from more than 20 days, I was in Ladakh and Spiti. So it was a back to back. I started from Spiti first. From Delhi, I went to Spiti, and then from Spiti, I covered full circuit and ended in Manali. And from Manali, I right away moved to Ladakh. So Spiti was a road trip from in the cab itself, but Ladakh was a bike trip. So that was a hectic one for me, but I really enjoyed the process. So I was able to create a lot of content for the company I was working with. So yeah, it's been more than 20 days I was traveling continuously.
So you said you went from Delhi to Spiti.
Yes,
to
from
Ladakh?
Delhi I went to Shimla, from Shimla to Spiti, Spiti to Manali, and Manali to Ladakh.
So Manali to Ladakh was a biking adventure.
Yes, it was a biking trip. So there was a group of more than 6 bikes. So we all together rode it till Manali, till Ladakh.
And what was the interval of the trip?
From Manali to Ladakh can be done in 10 hours continuous if we can drive continuously, but we break the journey into 5 hours. So we took the stop after 5 hours in Sarchu, and then we did the half of the leg of the journey next day. So it almost took us 2 days to reach Ladakh from Manali.
And how were the weather conditions like? Even though you were in that
What was your
field, in that
experience?
weather, how was it?
So, so weather in terms of summers are really good. So it's manageable, but the roads condition are really, really, really bad. So I can say apart from the 10 hours journey, 8 hours was totally off road. So we have to cross water crossings, we have to cross pebbles, we have to cross where there is no road, we just driving on the stones. Even we eventually faced one landslide, so we eventually have to wait for 4 hours just to BRO to clean it. So they clean it when they clean the road. We eventually were allowed to pass the next stretch of the road. So the journey was not that comfortable because there are no roads to drive, but the whole scenes are like really good, beautiful. So I would say it's not comfortable, but one should definitely do that particular road trip from Leh to Manali.
Okay, but then, so you said it was a group of 6 people. So how did you?
Yes.
Who knew the? Was it a leader who took you there, or like everyone just knew the path of the roads?
So I was the leader only. I was leading the group. So I was working with some company, and that company allowed me to lead the group. Just because of my experience of Ladakh and Spiti, I have been traveled to Ladakh 5 times and Spiti 11 times. So I
Oh
know the
my god.
terrains. So that's why I was the leader of the group. So eventually, it was like a collective group that was organized with the company. So the company brought us all together to ride till the Ladakh. So everything that was needed for ourselves, like bikes, the gears, was arranged from the company itself.
Okay, so when did you first start bike riding, bike adventures, long haul adventures?
So in my head there was nothing that I need to ride, but eventually when I was on the road, so I get a chance to try new bikes, to try new terrains, and eventually if you know like Ladakh roads are like dream for every bike riders. So that's was the fascination of in my head that I need to drive a bike someday in the Ladakh roads. So that's how I started riding, and it's been more than 3.5 years that whenever I get a chance, I ride the bike, especially in
And how
mountains.
many road trips have you been on?
How many road trips I have been?
Yes,
I seriously can't
you don't
count. It's more
remember?
than I don't remember. So there is one quote that I'm living to that every traveler has seen more than he can remember. So I'm living up to that quote only.
And where are you traveling next?
So I'm coming to Lonavala. So I will be landing in Mumbai. So then I have a project in Lonavala for a week. Then I will be coming to Pune. Then I will be going to Bor. I have no idea what that place is, but I have been told that there is something for me that I need to shoot. So that's the plan for me for next 20-15 days.
So you're going there for photography for content. So how
Yes.
do you basically go about that?
Can you please repeat? I just lose you in between.
So I was asking, you go for content creation, you take videos and photos, and so how does it work basically for someone who is just on the scrolling Instagram? We see amazing pictures, and we just want to know what goes behind this.
Behind the
Yeah.
scenes?
So nowadays, yeah. So nowadays, more of the brands are more into reels. So my next project is all about making reels for them. So they reach out to me, seeing my work that I have been posting on my Instagram recently. So they want me to travel to their place, cover that particular destination they have in their mind, and create the reels out of it. So that particular reels can be used by them for the marketing purpose. So it's a plan that the beginning part, in the initial phase, it is difficult. It is like a confusing part that how to reach the brands. But once people started
I think we lost you there. But my next question is,
am I audible now?
yeah, yeah. So my next question
Okay.
is, when you're on your trips, when you're on your adventures, do you ever take spontaneous decisions? Like, you just, this is what you've thought you'd be doing, but then you do something.
Every time I take spontaneous. Yeah, so every time, like every single time, I can say I take spontaneous decision because whatever I plan cannot be on the flow that I have planned. So, like I said, I had to face a 4-hour landslide. So, eventually, my plan was to stay somewhere else, but just because half our day was wasted in the landslide, we planned to, change the plan and stay in between. So, it's the process that I have to be spontaneous in my decisions that allows me to change what comes next. So at time I have to take the spontaneous decisions. It's always necessary while traveling, especially when I'm traveling solo, because my travel is never planned. So I never plan most of the journey that I'm doing.
You
It's
don't
just
plan
I
on the
know where I'm going, and
destinations as well?
no, I plan the destination, but I don't plan the process to reach the destination.
Okay.
So I eventually have a buffer of time to give to a specific place. So if I'm enjoying that particular place, I will decide that I have to stay. If not, I will move on.
So yeah, Chinmay was asking.
Yeah, I was asking, do you prefer cars or bikes? More.
I prefer cars now because it's more comfortable and I have a lot of gears to carry. But yeah, bikes are always fun. So what I do mostly is I take my car or I'm traveling in car to some particular place and then I choose bike to discover what's nearby to that place. So my main leg of the journey is being covered by the car. So I'm comfortable with the car and